Hi there. So, just thought I would come on today and share a simple breath work technique with you. I wouldn't even say it's as much as a breath work practice, more of a breath awareness practice. And this is something that we can do whenever we're perhaps feeling stressed or anxious, but it's also just a good thing to do to just come back to our center. And what it begins with doing is just basically finding out how we're breathing. So just placing one hand over our heart center, I normally use my right, and then your left hand just below the belly. So you want to get lower down into your lower belly region. And then just start to, if you want to close your eyes doing it, or just eyes open, feeling into where you're breathing. So as you inhale, where does that go? Is it into the chest? It might be even higher than that. It might be into the lower belly. So if you are breathing up here, then generally that would suggest that you're a shallow breather. Nothing wrong with that in the beginning, but over time what you want to try and do is allow the breath to go deeper into your body, so you get deep down into the lower abdomen. But don't stress over it. Just every time you can, come back to your breath and see if you can take a few deeper breaths. The second part to this is actually finding out how many breaths that you're taking in a minute. So on average, they say, research suggests that we breathe anything between 12 and 20 breaths. So we are breathing, when we're in the higher range of breathing, that would suggest that we're in our our sympathetic nervous system. And then when we are in the lower range of breathing, that's us in our parasympathetic nervous breathing. Now we do switch between this throughout the day, so there's not any right or wrong. We do need both. The sympathetic nervous system is what gets us going, gives us our motivation, it helps us do things, and then the parasympathetic is what helps us kind of relax, and it's a good place to be before we go to our bed, things like that. But sometimes we can get stuck in either or. So if you're stressed, you're up there in the sympathetic nervous system, so you're breathing and your breath's more raised and more rapid. And then when you're relaxed, you'll notice that your breath is kind of, as it sounds, relaxed. So a good way to check that and see how much we're breathing is just by simply counting our breath for a minute. So take a timer and then just count. If you're all right to do so, you just count 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're anything like me who forgets halfway through where I'm at, you can use your fingers, which is another good way to focus and bring your mind back into centre as well, if you're quite busy in the mind. And then this is a technique that I learned off a teacher. And what you can do is you just bring your thumb to your index finger, and then you move down. So 1, 2 to the middle of the finger, 3 to the bottom of the finger. And then you just do that all the way down till you get to your pinky. And that would be 12 counts. Now you don't include your thumb in that, you just keep repeating it, and then over the minutes see where you get to, then you can add it up that way. So that's quite a nice way to do it as well. So yeah, see how many breaths that you take. They do say for optimum health it's good to get to around 6 breaths a minute, not all day, but just every now and again when you can. So I'm going to be sharing some techniques on how to do that soon, but for now, try this, see how you feel, and yeah, let me know how many breaths per minute are you taking. Where are you breathing in your body? I'd love to know. And just remember, for our mental health, for our physical health, our emotional health, our breath is one of our biggest tools that we can use. It's at our disposal. We don't give it enough credit. We take it for granted. We breathe in, we breathe out, and don't realise that there's so much more to our breath if we just give ourselves the time to reconnect to it. So yeah, that's all from me, and I'll see you later. Bye.